All right, everyone. Hi. Welcome to our. Why do you look confused?
Well, because it said this media is being sent to a third party, and I thought I've never seen that come up before.
Oh, yeah, that comes up every time.
Okay, I just
Um,
don't read it. Hi, everybody. Whoops. Get my hand out of there. You buy
Welcome to Hurley's Hand Dyed Podcast, guys.
right. Hopefully, some of you saw Amber's Instagram, her
My
quick
short
live, her little
and Mom
short.
had a short one, but she couldn't post it because it was too short.
Yeah, I didn't realize I'm not good at that kind of stuff. So anyway, yeah.
So,
Anyway,
welcome.
well, welcome.
What?
Hopefully, none of you have had the cold that we both had for the
Mine
last
was
week.
not too long though. Mine
Yeah,
didn't last too long. Yours is lingering.
I'm on my third bottle of Robitussin. So
Oh, I
Robitussin,
don't. I thought you were supposed to. If your cough doesn't go away after like taking it for like 4 days, you're supposed to see a doctor.
I know, but
I'm like, you can get addicted to Robitussin.
well, I don't take it every 4 hours like you're supposed to. I usually take it just in the morning when I get up and then at night before I go to bed. But that tells you how long I've had this cold. About 2 weeks now, 2 weeks actually today. So,
Oh,
and I was
wow.
real bad last Saturday. That's why we couldn't. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not, I don't even feel sick. It's just I've got this cough and it's not in my lungs, it's right here. Like,
In your chest. You're lucky you don't have pneumonia.
yeah, well, it's not in my chest. It's like in my lower throat or something. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Robitussin and Dayquil. So
I usually do Dayquil and NyQuil,
yeah. Well, I can't do
but
NyQuil.
I
NyQuil
haven't
worries
taken it
me.
since I haven't taken NyQuil since last Sunday night. And
Well,
then I took
good.
NyQuil like Thursday morning. I was feeling it again, but I'm okay right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well, it.
Oh,
I
we
know.
should introduce ourselves though. We before we get
Okay.
too far into
Who are
this.
you?
Who am
Who are
I?
you?
I am Amber from Amber's, oh, nope, not Amber's Yarn Shop, from Crafty Performers on Etsy, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
And I'm Donna from Crystal Skies Hand Dyed on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook, and Crystal Skies Handmade on Etsy and Instagram. So,
And
and to get
together
some
we're
me up,
Hurley's Hand Dyed.
that's right,
Yeah,
her Hand Dyed podcast. So, although we do show other things besides our hand dyed yarn,
we do.
versatile.
I'm moving away from it. I'm not doing it as much. Hi Steph. Happy Saturday. And Steph says, sorry you're not feeling well, Donna.
Thank you. And like I said, it's not that I'm not feeling well, but boy, when I start coughing, usually I cough for about 5 minutes. It's like, you know.
Do you do you do you have the what I always call the duck cough? That sounds like a quack when it gets
No,
really bad.
you'll probably hear it later, but it's no, it's not a duck cough. It's not the hack.
Like the
It
dry
reminds
cough.
me of a smoker's cough.
Oh,
That
okay. I'm like, you're gonna make yourself do it, aren't you?
yeah, anyway. But yeah, but I've been tireder in the morning. So which I don't like. I like to get up in the morning, but I've been more tired. But because I wake up, but I have been running a vaporizer. And I
Oh,
moved it over next to my bed now. I had it across the room, but now I got it next to my bed. So
that'll
hopefully, I
help.
mean, that's about a week. And that does break up your cough. And they say it's supposed, I mean, cough medicine is for congestion and coughing. It's to make you cough, kind of, because they want to
Well,
break
it
up that
depends on if
stuff.
it's a cough suppressant, because some cough medicines are a cough suppressant because they
Okay.
don't want you to cough. But some like Mucinex, um, tries to break up the phlegm and stuff to get you to cough it out. It's trying to get rid of it. So
So this
some
is
are suppressants.
Robitussin DM. So decongestant,
Mhm.
something. But oh, they taste terrible.
They
I mean,
do. That's why
I
I
don't
like
know.
pills.
Yes, and
Usually
they
do
don't
the pills.
have medicine pills. Yeah, that's why I never could. I used to plug my nose to do the when I used to do the Dayquil, and then eat chocolate chips right away afterwards, just to get that taste out of my mouth. But I've
Mhm.
been drinking more since you
More
gave me the yeah, and
since
I
oh,
squirting two
since
things.
Robin gave you that and I got you the
You
squirty
got me
stuff. Oh
squirting.
yeah. After our last video, I sent mom some of the skinny syrups to try.
Yeah, she sent
On
me
Amazon.
mermaid, unicorn, and cotton
Cotton
candy.
candy,
And then
which
I went to
mm,
TJ Maxx and I got vanilla.
okay. Okay. Do you have any have you gotten any of the pineapple packets yet?
Yes.
Okay, I like one pineapple packet, and then I
Uh-huh.
do like 2 or 3 squirts of vanilla and 2 or 3 squirts of cotton candy.
That much?
Well,
Boy, that would make it really
I
sweet.
have a 40 ounce. Yours is 30
Oh,
ounces.
mine's 30.
So
So
you
probably
might be
one
able to
each.
get away with 1 to 1.5 pumps um
Right.
of those, and it's like a really sweet pineapple flavor. I love it. It's my favorite. Right
Because
now
I'm
I have
taking
plain
the
water.
pineapple and I've been putting the citrus one in it, the
Mm,
unicorn.
hmm
This is the blue raspberry or blue whatever, the Hawaiian punch one, and I put 2 squirts of the citrus one, the mermaid in it.
Mermaid.
I
Mermaid.
haven't really used the vanilla that much. Um I bought it because I wanted to use it in. Didn't you tell me to use it in
Yes.
something?
Yes, with orange crush. So it
Oh
tastes
yes, I did. I used it in
like
the orange crush, and yes, it makes it taste like orange. And because I bought some orange too,
hmm
so I've been drinking that. I'm down to one Pepsi a day.
nice. Me too.
One
I'm
a
doing
couple
one
days.
can of Coke a day at lunch.
Yeah, that's why I have mine about 10 in the morning, 10 to 11 or right at lunch, and then I don't have another one. I don't have cravings for it. I didn't get headaches after it. And gosh, I drank used to drink 3 to 4 a day. Well,
hmm
3 a day about. So,
I have
but
actually weaned myself off the extra caffeine too. Because I would, when I made my
that's
one
right.
pound
You were
thing,
using that
I
other
was
stuff.
using guarana mixed in with it, or guarana is how some people pronounce it. But when I worked at the Mexican restaurant, they called it guarana. But I haven't been mixing that in with mine in the morning anymore, so I don't need it as much. Um, I have had a headache the past 2 days, but I don't think that's related to caffeine. I
Okay,
think
good. Yeah.
it's been stress related.
Okay.
But do you want to talk about your last? It's been 3 weeks since we've seen everyone.
Yeah, guys, it's been 3 weeks.
You've
Well,
been
my
sick. Other than that,
last 2 weeks out of three, I was sick. So
yeah,
that's how that went.
that's how that went.
And I'm not a good, Jeffrey will tell you, I am not a good sick person. I am not a good, what do you call it, patient, because I am not. I don't like to be in bed. Every single day, I don't care what day it was, I got up and got dressed.
Mhm.
I may have put my pajama bottoms on about 5 at night, but I did get up and get dressed and get ready for,
Oh,
because I don't, I just cannot stay in pajamas all day. I just can't, you
see,
know.
last Saturday and Sunday, I let myself get. I mean, I got up. Saturday morning, I actually took a shower because we were going to go to the farmer's market or the flea market last
That's
Saturday.
right.
I got up, I took a shower, and I was just I used like a shower steamer, and I was coughing in the shower, and I came out and I was like, oh, Dave's like, we don't have to go. I'm like, okay. So I put on like, fresh underclothes, and then I put on a sweatshirt and sweats. That's what I wore all day Saturday. And then Sunday, I still wasn't feeling good, so we didn't go to church. So I wore sweats and a t-shirt all day. Like I didn't wear PJs. I mean, I
Right,
put on sweats. Like right now I do have PJs on, but that was my sweats.
right.
That was my compromise with myself.
Did you make that shirt or did you buy
Yeah,
it?
this is one of the
That's
ones I've.
great.
This,
Oh yeah, that's I like those colors.
it's
Yeah, I
black
mean
and
not that I
red.
don't like, but I like that one. It's yeah, you did good. I
I'm
thought it
like,
was professional.
no,
But
all the ones I made turned out really good, and they
yeah,
still look
mine
good.
faded so bad, and I used Rit, and
hmm
I wasn't supposed to have to use soda ash. I was supposed to
hmm
use salt, remember? But
Right.
I think
Yeah,
did you use the bottles with all yours?
I did. I got the tie dye solution, and
Yeah,
then I used
that's
soda ash and tie
I did
dye,
it again. That's the next time.
and
I've
mine set really well.
I've actually been watching one girl on TV that's been doing the Nike cotton socks, and
Oh,
been using the tie-dye solution and stuff. And they're really neat. I thought, oh, that would be a fun little project,
I
get a
still have my bottles, and I have like 10 t-shirts that I bought when I was making them. They're actually in the box under my table over here. I'm like, I could make some more. I'm like,
yeah.
'cause I love my tie-dye shirts because they're my relaxing shirts. I wear these when I'm not teaching. So I wear these on the weekends usually now.
I wear the tie-dye shirts when I'm dyeing yarn because if
Mhm.
you get stuff on it, don't matter,
Doesn't
because
matter, yeah.
it's dyed. So
That's
yeah.
hi Laurel, welcome and welcome back, Jill. Jill said, glad y'all are feeling better.
Well, little.
As we
Yeah,
both
we both coughed. Oh, yeah.
uh,
Anyway,
Really?
so
So, should I talk about my last three
yeah,
weeks?
yeah.
We're back in school. Um, I had a rough week this week. Um, I will be honest. My kids have been trying my last nerve, so I made a decision this week that I was gonna do what I tried to do in Alamogordo. with the drawings and stuff. So
Oh,
I restarted it with my kids. I got a few things, like I got some packs of gum, I got some Takis. Um, and I started giving out tickets for certain things. Like I'm trying to get them in the habit of doing good things. But Thursday was a rough day for me. It was a B day, and my kids were just they were throwing stuff across my classroom. They were breaking stuff, and it made me so mad that I made a decision on my seating charts. What I did was I put everyone's name in my class on little like half of an index card, and then before those classes I put their names in random spots on the desks, and then they came in, they had to find their name and sit down. Those were the best classes I've had. One of my classes, my 4B class, that was the best class I've had with them ever. Like
wow.
kids were working the entire time. They were focused. Like I was walking around the room a lot, which is fine because I was helping kids, but they were actually doing their work. They weren't messing around. They weren't like I had to put my whiteboards up because kids were writing nasty things on them. Like that's how Thursday was. But Friday, like I'm like, this is why I go back, you know? Because on Thursday I was like, why am I here? Like, why am I teaching if this is how my classes are going to be? But then Friday made it better. And then I did my first drawings on Friday. I just drew 2 kids from each class, which is great because I only had 4 drawings I had to do. So only 8 prizes were given out.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids were very grateful. Like they were like, you got some good stuff in there. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm glad I won. And I'm like, okay, so hopefully we're trending in a better direction because yeah, Thursday, like I cried Thursday night because I got home and Rusty was a jerk. Like he was jumping all over me, like he was grabbing on my shirt and pulling, and like I bawled. I bawled. Dave wasn't home yet. It was just me and the dog. And I was like, just stop. And I was just like crying so hard. And I'm like, the entire day just washed over me and just made I cried. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, if every day is gonna be like this, I don't know if I'm gonna go back. I don't know if I can go back. But yeah, Friday was better. And I told my kids like Thursday afternoon, my fourth period kids were so good that they each earned an extra ticket during the day, like during the class period for my drawing at the end of the class. I was like, I appreciate that you're working hard, you're asking questions. So you guys, everyone who's working gets an extra ticket. Because I still had a couple kids that weren't working. But I mean, it's really hard to get everyone always working. And any teacher will tell you that. It's a difficult thing to get every kid working every day. But yeah, so it was better. It was better. So yeah, that was my week.
Yeah, I've known Amber all her life, and she is a sensitive person, and she
I am,
does
like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I do. I really do. And yes, I know the teacher would yell at the entire class and I would cry when I was a kid, even though I wasn't the one who did anything wrong, because I take everything to heart. And I'm really feeling it right now too with these kids that I want them to do well. Like, but as I told one of my students before Christmas, I can't care for you. I can care about you, but I can't care for you. Like I can't be the only person who cares about their education. They need to take a step back and care about themselves. That's one of
Yeah,
my development students. And actually, she's doing that one that I had that conversation with because I'm like, let's make some goals. She's doing really well this semester. One of the classes that she had an F last semester, and I made sure to say, good job. I'm so proud that you've brought that. She has an A+ right now, you
wow,
know? And so I'm like, I'm trying to small differences, make small changes with kids, help them, be the one who cares. Because some
right.
kids, they don't have someone at home that cares about what they do.
No, and
They
that's the
really
problem.
don't.
It's nothing like it was when I was a child. I mean,
Mm-mm,
nothing like that. I mean, we never acted up in class.
mm-hmm.
I mean, we
No,
didn't
we
dare because they
we
could.
didn't either.
Yeah, I mean, but
I,
now because of all the children's have rights, and I,
mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think anybody should beat them or anything like that, but really,
Right.
you
But
need
I
to
mean,
just,
their parents are teaching kids that they don't have to respect their teacher. Their teacher has to earn their respect. And for a kid that age, if I'm going to earn their respect, they need free time and not to get grades from me. That's how I earn their respect. That's not going to happen.
and
That's
the
what they
problem
care
is a
about.
lot of these kids don't even realize this until they're senior in high school, and then it's too late, and then they go to college and they find out that those teachers don't care nothing about them. Those
Mhm.
teachers are there to teach, and And if you don't show up or if you don't do your work, too bad. They
Mhm.
flunk you because you're paying to be there.
Mhm.
But in public schools, in regular schools, they have to go. So they don't take it to heart.
But they
And
can drop out when they turn 16.
yeah,
I
but the
have
thing
two
is,
kids that have dropped out this past
I
month.
think maybe in junior high, maybe if they made more of an impression on the kids that you don't realize how important this is, you know,
Hmm.
that school is. Maybe you don't like it, you don't like coming, but still, if you don't do it now, it's, when you get, and now everybody almost has to have a college education to get a good
They're
job.
really pushing for that. Yeah. Oh, by the way, hi, Chelsea.
Oh, hi,
Welcome.
Chelsea.
Haven't seen you for a while. Um,
Oh,
Jill said, love both of our shirts. She loves both of our shirts.
oh
Yours
yeah, I've
says,
got my
hold
cat.
on. I see a cat. That's one of your cat box shirts. That's
Yes,
funny.
I'm trying to. I love these. They're stretchy and they're made. Not, I mean, and they're long. I
Mm-hmm.
like it because they're long. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
if I was a
Um,
tailor, but I'm not. But yeah.
Steph said Thursday was a full moon. That would explain why my kids were jerks.
Oh yeah, they do see that does affect
Well,
people.
it was one of those days too where like things would happen and I would go to the table where it happened at and nobody saw anything. Oh, I don't know who did that, Mrs. McConaughey. I'm like, there are six of you here. Six of you. Like
Yeah.
our new expensive calculators, someone pulled the top off and threw it across the room. One of the little Wi-Fi tops. The kid's
Oh,
sitting there with it empty. He's like, oh, I didn't do it. I'm like, well, it's your calculator. I didn't touch it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like,
does the school pay for those?
oh yeah, the school bought brand new calculators. These are the ones we have had to do training for. That
Oh, okay.
I've had three
Well,
days
then
of
the
training
kid
for
should
them.
have to go to the office or something, or be responsible if they. Well, if
Well, how do I prove who did it?
yeah, you need to start cameras up.
I know. I'm like, I am one of those teachers. I'd be okay having a camera in my classroom because it would back up some of the things that we say the kids do, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
As long as I didn't get in trouble for the 5 times I sit down in class. Some classes I sit at my desk and work while the kids work. And I have some classes that they do. Like my 3B class, like that class with my saving grace on Thursday, because they just work. They always just work. But I have like half that class is juniors.
Uh,
And, juniors, sophomores and juniors care more than freshmen. My
or
freshmen still don't care.
it's your freshman classes that you have trouble
Mhm.
with.
My
Yeah,
algebra
well,
class is my
because they're
fresh.
fresh out of junior high and they think they're big shit.
You mean big shots?
Big
How about
shots.
that? Well, and they spent the last 8 years of their life being moved on without
That's
having to pass. And in
yeah.
high
Do they?
school, they have to pass.
Oh, they do. Okay, I would say they don't move them on, do they? Still, I
Well, I
mean,
mean, they still move on in grades. Like they'll go from a freshman to a sophomore, but they have to retake those classes they didn't
right,
pass.
because they have to have so many
Credits.
English classes that they passed and so many math classes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Chelsea, they can drop out at 16. I believe they have to have parents' permission. Hi, Jeff. Sneaking up on mom. But they can drop out at
But this
16.
is this is his Luna.
Oh, wow.
Hello,
So
Luna.
creepy.
Hello,
It's like
Luna.
Wally.
Yeah. Hear it talking?
No,
Hello, Luna. You didn't hear that? Okay.
no. It's very quiet.
Sound like a cat.
Luna. What does the cat sound like? Do you see its whiskers? What are you looking at?
I'm listening.
Oh,
This is my good
okay,
ear.
let's
I'm
try again.
listening.
What does the cat sound like?
Yes.
Oh, I
Hello,
kind
Luna.
of like that.
How come his eyes aren't on?
What's a cat sound like?
Did you hear it?
No,
Nothing.
it
Okay.
seems very quiet on here.
Yeah, he's not. He's fairly loud, which I
Oh,
like because I can hear him
that's
moving
cool
around.
though. Jeff, that's cool.
Yeah. Want it for a companion for mom when I move out.
She's got two cats. Oh, Steph heard it. I couldn't hear it, but my ears aren't great.
No.
Yeah, 6th through 9th are wild. And by 10th grade, they're starting to get a little better. Some of my sophomores still don't care, but about half of I have one class that's like all sophomores, one of my geometry classes, and half of them work, the other half don't care and they don't want to be there and they just don't do anything. And you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him think.
That's right.
So I do what I can. I do what I can.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Oh, Chelsea said she couldn't hear it either. So Steph, you're the only one who heard it. I think I heard, Jill says, I think I heard a purr. What did it purr?
No, it went meow.
Oh yeah, I could not. That was,
Did
I
you see
want
the whiskers? It put little whiskers on.
kind of
And
could see that.
if I say chase the cat, it'll say things like, oh, where is that little cat? Is he in the wastebasket? In the laundry? And then he goes running around looking for her.
Oh, that's crazy.
But Coco does like her. Coco
Oh.
sits there and watches her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at first Coco was weary.
Yeah. Steph said, I only heard a tiny little sound, but I have the video up on my TV and it's turned up pretty loud. LOL.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to pick up the noises here, which
Mhm.
is good in a way. So
Yeah.
okay.
So do you want to do whips?
Don't we do finished objects first?
No, we usually do whips, then finished objects.
Okay.
You said you have a whip.
I have a whip.
Mhm.
It's another hat. I'm using comfy cotton blend,
Okay.
and this is how far I've got. It's gonna be a hat.
Nice.
It's gonna be a beanie. No, it's gonna be a hat. And this stuff is like 50% cotton and what is it? Like half and half. 50 cotton and 50 polyester.
And is that one of the ones that you got when you bought all the stuff in the middle of the night?
No, this is one of the ones I got about 3 years ago. I'm trying to
Oh.
use these up. I bought a whole bunch. I made, in fact, at least 3 years because I made Frankie Lou a blanket out of it, and I made Adeline a blanket out of it. So
Okay.
yeah. So because it's cotton and polyester, so most people aren't allergic to it. I stay away from wool for babies because, you
You
know,
never know.
yeah, you never know. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody be allergic to cotton, although I guess that probably.
I mean, you
could be.
could be, but I don't know.
Yeah, and usually
Huh.
pure blends, you
Mhm.
know. So just like, in the Bible, they used pure, they
They
couldn't
didn't
mix their
mix
wool with
fabric.
the cotton. Yeah, they didn't mix fabric. And I can see why, because when you start mixing fabric, the fabric doesn't breathe as well.
Mhm.
So, and they were in the desert out there. So
Yeah.
anyway, but that's my only
Your whip.
my only whip. And I just started it about 15 minutes before we started broadcasting.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I
I'm
said
gonna
goal
make a
for
scarf.
myself.
I'm gonna make a scarf with it too.
It's gonna be a scarf too. Oh, cool.
'Cause I have
That
so
was a nice
much.
set. That'll be a nice
Yeah.
set. You could donate it to a homeless shelter unless you're gonna wear it.
No, because I have all those other hats too. I've got to donate.
Yeah, that'd
So
be a nice thing to donate.
I've got to find somewhere.
I made a goal for myself to finish my whips before I start anything new. Well, with diamond painting.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Okay.
So this is my whip.
Oh, you're still working on that poor little elephant?
Well, I did some other things first. So I was right here.
Okay.
Like I had this much not done up here
Okay.
with the whole top. Like Wednesday when I finished something else. So this is my whip.
Okay.
Making my goal. The only other whip I have now is my paint gem box that I didn't finish. So I'm gonna finish those after this before I move on to something new.
Okay, good.
That's my goal. So you'll see my finished objects in a minute. I'm just gonna want to show your finished objects now?
Okay.
Okay.
These are more hats, and this is actually yarn that I dyed myself. I found some scrap yarn that I had, and so I made some hats out of it. This is one of them,
Oh, that's cute.
and then this is from where that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one I had a little bit orange left, and then I found some of the brown, and I found some green. And this is all yarn that I have dyed. So,
Oh, those will be warm then, so they're wool then.
yep, they're all wool. These are all wool. These are worsted, so they're all 100%.
Okay.
I can't put it on because I have a ponytail.
Yep. Chelsea said she's trying to finish whips also, working on a hat and sweater, started not last year, but the year before.
Well, actually, Chelsea, I have some blankets in there. And one of these days, I'm either gonna take apart or finish. But yeah, blankets are just, I mean, sometimes you have to be in the mood. I mean,
Mhm,
I have 3 crocheted blankets on my bed that I made, and I started on them and I went straight through and finished them. But in
mhm.
fact, remember that one took 38 skeins of hand-dyed
Yes.
yarn, you guys.
Mhm.
38 skeins because I did singles. I didn't do doubles, I just did singles.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I have one I did in all cotton,
Mhm.
and then one that a scrappy that I did in different scraps as I went along. So, but this other one is that cotton one that I bought. Remember when I bought all that cotton that I was going to dye? And it's 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 like 80% cotton and 20% uh polyester or one of those. So it's a real soft stuff. But
Mhm.
I started a blanket with it and I just have it. And then if you all remember my infamous granny squares that I was making,
Yes. You still have that whip.
you'll have that with and it's in a you guys, I use a pillowcase when I'm making blankets because they're so big. It's in a
Yeah,
pillow.
they take up a lot of.
So eventually, I thought maybe this winter, but then since I had my eye operated on and then I got this cold and you have
Mhm.
to be in the mood to sit because blankets are heavy. And this one is, yeah, yeah. And then my granny square one, I can't remember what size crochet hook I used. So
We need to get you some of the little clips. Like, okay, so you know the light bulb clips. There's
yeah,
people who make them who put a bead with a letter on it that you can attach to your whip. So like, oh, I used a G on this. I used an F on this. So
right.
we need to see if we can find some of those for you. I mean, I suppose I could 3D print something like that maybe and put it
I
on a light
could.
bulb one. I bet
I
I
bet
could.
I could. Yeah.
I mean,
Because
it wouldn't
yeah,
have to be super tiny. I mean, even if
because
it was like
I at the
that
time I didn't even have this is how long ago this was. I didn't even have my furls. So I had regular baits or whatever with the foam rubber on the ends. And
big.
that's what I was using. I only had a couple. So when I'd change, I'd grab it out and not know what I was using. Yeah. So and the same with my furls. I don't leave my furls with an unfinished project because I mean the bag could get stepped on
And it could
or
get snapped in half, and those are not cheap.
yeah. So, but I have furls and then I have the Omni, and I like the Omni ones too. I think Joe got some of those. They're half the price of the furls and they're made just like a furls. So
Mm,
they're nice and heavy and they're resin and in fact, I've got 3 more coming in, but
oh,
it was
nice.
supposed to be in January 31st and now they said February 4th to the 10th or something. So,
Oh my goodness.
and they're from Amazon. They're shipped by Amazon. So they must not have them at our warehouse. So they have to get them from a different one. So,
Maybe, yeah. Oh.
but yeah, so these are going to go to a homeless shelter, I think, too. And I like my things to cover my ears, my hats.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I made these, that they cover my ears.
Because
I know
that's what gets
people like
cold is the
shorter ones.
ears. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think I'm going to get the address of the homeless shelter here in Salt Lake and maybe because I don't think they have one in Provo.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know they don't Orem because Orem doesn't really have a city, you know. So
Yeah, they do.
no, Orem doesn't have a city. I mean, they don't have a city like Provo has the
You mean
city,
they don't have like a city center?
yeah, city street and stuff.
Okay.
And American Fork does too. They have the city thing, the streets and stuff, the old buildings. But Orem doesn't. Orem was just kind of like an add-on city. It, you know what I mean by that? It was Provo was getting too big, so they made it Orem.
That's not entirely true. If Provo was getting too big, they would have just made it all Provo. They would all still be Provo.
Yeah. So
Um,
anyway,
do you want to see my finished objects?
yes.
I have two. I have
Oh,
two.
neat.
You've seen one. I posted it on my Instagram and my Facebook, and I texted you a picture of it.
Oh, I know. I
I
have not
finished
worked
Black
on
Cat
mine.
Night.
I haven't
We
worked on
started
mine
this May
ever.
1st.
Very nice.
And I'm so excited about the other finished object, Mom. because I didn't send you a picture of it, but you're gonna be excited too. Don't mind my pillow that I'm sitting on. My hips hurt.
I'm sitting on a pillow too. I always do on this chair.
My hips hurt. They've been hurting lately. I finished Harry Potter.
Oh, you did. Good.
2 years. 2 years.
At least 2 years. It was one of the first ones you got.
January 2 years ago, before we went for grandma.
Right. Grandma's
Bought
been
it
dead
right
2
before we
years.
went to Montana.
That's right.
And it is a partial, but you know what? I struggled finishing it because I
You
had a lot
can't
of
really
static.
tell.
His face is not
Okay.
beaded. His hands, in between here, this red, that's
Oh, okay.
just on, just a picture.
Yeah,
Um,
that should have been easy for you to finish.
But the drill quality was hard. The space between the drills.
Oh,
It's like some of the older Diamond Art Club ones where the things didn't line up perfectly with the circles when you multi-place. And so I had to have to multi-place, and I'd have to push them back into lines. Because they weren't lined up perfect. So it drove me nuts. But after I finished Black Cat Night, I said, I'm gonna do Harry Potter next. And then
gotta get mine done.
Elephant is the last one. And the
Yeah.
Elephant and the Dream I started in Alamogordo, when we first moved there. So this has been a year and a half. And it's smaller than Black Cat Night, but it squares as well.
Oh,
The
yeah.
square.
'Cause I still have my Black Cat Night up there and my tiger one, whatever it's called, Tiger Spirit or something Spirit.
I think it's Tiger
Wow.
Spirit.
And they're big. But I have so many up there that I haven't even opened. I mean, I remember when I first got into it, remember I did all the gnome ones, all the Christmas ones, and I think I did like 5 or 6 of them, and then, yeah,
Yep.
and then I bought, and I still want to do that cats one where they're reading the books because they're reading
That's
Harry
huge.
Potter. Yeah, that's big.
That's
But
long.
yeah, so I've
Really
been
quickly.
for a long time.
Yeah. Chelsea said this will be the year of finishing whips. Yes.
Yeah, that's how I
Steph
feel.
said she had made some of those clips like with the letters. She used a lobster claw clasp with an alphabet bead. She said they're pretty easy to make. So
Oh
remember
yeah,
making jewelry? Yeah.
I
You
don't
could,
have any lobster clasps, so I didn't buy any lobster clasps
I
when I
don't
was
think I did
16.
either, but they're not super expensive. They're not difficult to find.
No,
Um,
but even those other ones we have,
the
the what?
light bulb ones,
Yeah, the
you
light
could
ones.
just slide the bead on the bottom of it and
Yeah,
use that. Hi Maritza, welcome.
yeah.
Um, and Steph says, "Oh, are you by Orem? I'm going to be there next weekend."
Oh,
Yes, Mom
neat.
lives in Orem.
I live in Orem.
She does live in Orem. I'm not going to tell anyone where though,
Nope,
because private information. But yeah, Mom lives in Orem.
I do. Been here.
Oh, Jill said Dad called closing on the sale of his Colorado house mid-February.
Oh, they sold it. Good,
It's
good.
good.
Get that off your plate.
One less thing to worry about. It's
Yeah, yes.
awesome.
So,
Great.
and I watched Jill's podcast the other day, and I was glad to hear she's doing well after the operation. So good for you, Jill. And I went in for oh, that's right. I went in for my
Yeah.
eye, you guys.
Mhm.
I couldn't, it has not improved at all. It's still, I mean, supposedly it healed back together, but I still have that squiggle. And so in 6 months, and if it don't work, I may have that eye like that forever. It's not that I can't see out of it. I can see, but everything is really, really ishy. And
Mhm.
even on the thing, they couldn't, that thing they put on you, they couldn't make it so I could see.
The autorefractor.
Yeah. So it may be something I have to live with. But in the state of Utah, you can drive with one eye. So
You're
although
lucky.
my other eye is still there, I mean, it's still there. It's still
It's there. You just can't see as well out of
I
it.
can't see well out of it. I can see. I mean, I can see, like I can see my hand here wiggling, looking straight on. I have very good peripheral vision, but I can't see. I mean, they're blurry, So,
Mhm.
but get out of there. I shut the curtains in here for the first time in forever,
And the
and of
cat's
course
in them.
Coco's trying to pull them apart. So, but anyway,
Jill asked, did the doctor say why?
he said sometimes it just, and I go back in, he'll check it again at 6 months. And then if that doesn't work, I mean, if it's still like this, he said they can do something they do with people that have macular degenerate. And
Macular degeneration.
yeah,
Yes.
that's the laser pulse.
Okay.
And
Yes.
that sometimes he said about 50-50 on that. So, but
But why would you
well,
put up?
I'm not going through that operation again. And he says, no, they wouldn't make you. They did everything they could with that. So
Mhm.
eventually, hopefully, maybe it'll build up, because they showed us the pictures, me and Christy was with me, and the hole wasn't there anymore, but it was real thin. So maybe
Mhm.
it's not real thin, maybe it has to gradually build
Maybe
up
it'll
like a
thicken.
scar tissue or something. Yeah,
That's
thick.
part of what macular degeneration is. That's the thinning of the lining back there in your macula. And so I can see why he said maybe the macular degeneration laser would help it.
Yeah.
But once it's thin, I don't know if it'll ever grow back.
Well, it had grown together.
Well,
The
no,
whole
but I mean, it grew together, but I mean, like once it's thinned like that.
Yeah. And
During it
both
builds
my
up.
eyes were, because I'm so nearsighted. Am I
Mhm,
nearsighted? Yeah.
mhm.
There are retinas, the retina, that's what had the hole,
Yeah. It was your
is
macula,
thin,
wasn't it?
thin. Anyway,
I thought it was your macula, not your retina.
what's this thing down here? Down, I don't know, but
I
it was
don't know.
actually dead center. He said that's why I have that squiggle, because it's
Mhm.
dead center in my eye. So he said, but I would never go through that operation again. I would never recommend that operation to anybody. It hurts so bad.
Yeah.
But
I
I might have been one in a million. Because they were
mhm.
real shocked at the pain I had.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad it's over. And
Yep.
I will learn to live with it. We all have our crosses to bear.
Mhm. And you know, your other eye adjusts, it compensates.
Yep, and it has. I have driven a few places. If I hadn't gotten sick right away, I probably would have been driving more. But because I'm sick, I tried to go to the post office the day before yesterday, and on Center Street, I had a coughing attack. And
Oh,
as I'm going, I'm not doing this again till this cough is done.
that's
And then
the
I got
worst.
to the mailbox and to drop it in, and I had another coughing attack. And yeah, this is nothing compared to I mean, once I would cough like 5 minutes straight, you guys. 5 minutes straight. I just
And
couldn't
then your
stop
chest
coughing.
hurts, your throat hurts, your mouth sometimes hurts. That's a lot.
So,
Oh,
but
it's good that
anyway,
it's not as bad.
I mean, I know coughs, and I don't usually get sick. That's why I'm such a bad patient, I'm probably, is because
Mm.
I'm not a sick person. I mean, I don't usually get sick,
No,
but
I
I
mean,
think
I get
maybe
sick
my
once a
body
year.
was run down because of the operation and because I had been sick from that. And
And Jeff was sick, so
yeah, yeah, and Jeff was sick. Now I can't blame it on Robin because Robin didn't
don't
come over here. She had it for like, what was it, 32 days or something.
at least,
Yeah.
yeah. They've
So
tried so many different things, so it's lucky
yeah,
that she's not sick anymore. Because
yeah.
how sick she is.
No, not like she was anyway, but anyway.
Anyway,
So guys, what do we do next? You want to see
want to talk
my
about purchases?
yarn? What's in my shop? Purchase.
What's in our shop? Purchases. Remember I said I was going to show
Oh
some.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the Amber's diamond dart purchases.
Oh, good night, Chels.
Night. Yeah, it's a little later there.
It is, yeah. So 2 weeks ago, Diamond Art Club started releasing a new line of diamond art paintings. They call them Lil Diamonds. Now they're more they're geared more for like little kids or people who want to do the beginner ones, or they're great for what I call snack size, or anyone else calls snack size kits, because they're smaller, they're less colors. And one of the first releases was Peanuts ones. This last week they did Scooby-Doo ones. There was also some little Harry Potter ones that are so cute. The Dobby one is adorable. I didn't buy it though, but they're so cute. And then there was like some Frosty the Snowman, but I got some of the Peanuts ones, and there's actually, I think, 3 more, because they also have Peppermint Patty, Lucy, and Woodstock. I got Snoopy, Charlie Brown. Did I say Lucy? I meant to say Sally.
Oh, Sally, okay.
I have Lucy and Linus. So let's start with Linus. So this is Linus, and this
Are
is
they
what
full or not?
they are full canvases, but
Oh,
I love that they did this on the box for these. I love when they do these ones that are themed. They look different. The boxes look different than the other Diamond Art Clubs. They tell you this has 12 colors, including 2 ABs and 1 fairy dust.
Wow.
Linus's jacket is completely ABs, so he will sparkle.
Yeah.
And this one is, what did I say? 11.5 by 15. So he is probably the longest out of all of them. But he's cute. And then here's Lucy. Here's Lucy, just Lucy. And she is 11 colors, including 1 fairy dust. So she's got a fairy dust. And I don't remember where the fairy dust is. I think I tried to look at where they were located on the paintings, so I pulled them out and looked at them. But I don't remember. And she's 11.5 by 15, so she's just as long as Linus. Here's Charlie Brown Dancing. That's what he's called, Charlie Brown Dancing. And he has 9 colors with 1 fairy dust. And like I said, these are small, which I need some more small ones after these huge ones I've done.
Yeah.
All the ones I buy are big. And then Happy Snoopy, he's 13 by 15, and he has 5 colors, only 5. 5 colors, including 1
White,
AB.
black, green, blue. Let's see, white, black, green, blue, and
then AB white. The clouds, the cloud on here, it's all AB white. There's 2 clouds and they're both ABs.
Fun, but yet monotonous, because he's the biggest one you have, 13 by 15.
He's the widest, but about the same length as Linus and Lucy.
Yeah.
And Charlie's are they all 15 inches long? They are all 15 inches long, but he's the widest. The other 3 are 11 and 11.5 wide. But I'm excited for some of these smaller kits because, like I said, I don't have a lot of smaller ones. And when I did that dinosaur one during Thanksgiving, and I did it in like 2 days, I was like, I need some more of these to break up the big stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I have a bunch of little ones. I have a bunch of little ones that people got me.
Oh yeah. I ordered 2 from Amazon.
They're not Diamond Dart.
That's okay.
Tiger up there, and I can't quite see some other ones. Remember Jeffrey got me? Oh, and then I got those ones when they were on sale at Hobby Lobby.
Oh yeah.
7% off or something. Yeah, and they were smaller and they are not full. So they should go really fast. They should be.
Oh yeah.
I should start working on some of those just for fun. I haven't sat at this table for 3 months. I haven't done
leave
any
off our table so Dave and I can both diamond paint together.
Yeah.
Now, this is the opposite of small. I'm gonna open it.
This is a big one, but you're not doing this one.
Dave is doing this one. How did he close this one?
Hey, when are you gonna do your wedding one?
I gotta find it. I don't know. In the move. I don't know where it ended up. I don't think it's in the blue bags with our other diamond paintings. I don't know what happened to it. So it's here somewhere. I gotta find it.
Yeah.
But I gotta show you first before I show you. I gotta show you how many drills this one has. Look at this pack of drills.
Wow.
Okay, this one is called Putting on the Ritz, and we got it because Dave is a musician and he teaches in an elementary classroom. So I'm trying to do it so the light's not shining, but it's by Randall Spangler, and it's the two of the draglings on a piano with some music notes. But this one is size-wise, what did I say earlier? 41 inches by 20 inches. So my Black Cat knife that felt huge was 22.6 wide. So it was like this.
So that's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Black
so
Cat.
It's gonna take him a while. We had to order him a lamp. He got me a lamp for diamond painting. He ordered himself one today too, because his eyes are getting old too. And it's hard to get the right light,
Yeah, I know.
Even
I have to have
light things that go underneath, but for me, those don't work as well as a light above. So
yeah, I like the light above. I have this cheap little red lamp that I got at DI. I think I paid $3 for it. It's the old ones that have the cone shaped, and it's a table lamp, I'm not a table lamp, a desk lamp.
Yeah.
And I put that right over it and see what I'm doing, especially at night.
That's similar to what I have, but he got me one for Christmas. It's like a bar light, and I can just put it down so it doesn't take
That's what Jeff has. Jeff has those for doing his Legos.
It's got like 4 settings too.
Huh?
It's got like 4 settings for
yes,
reading, like sleeping. It's got different settings, and I can turn it up or down in
And does yours climb to your table?
No, mine is just a flat bottom.
Oh, his
I
clamps to
didn't
the
want the
table.
one that clamped
Yeah.
because our table has a wide area on it and it's not
Oh,
got space to clamp to. So
yeah.
the clamp one is actually in here that I bought to diamond paint with. I'm using it for my ring light for filming. But yeah.
We'll
So
get around
guys,
that too.
oh, Jill says I'm resisting the DP right now until I get some done.
I know, me too, Jill. And I haven't even, when they notify me, I'm not even looking at the new, although I did spend and got the calendar, which to
Mhm.
me was $50. It was pricey for a calendar, but it
Right.
does have 12 different diamond arts on it and they're small and I can do them quickly. So yeah. So that's why I bought it, something quick to do. In fact, this next 4 or 5, maybe tomorrow, I'll work on my February one.
Oh yeah, that'd be good because it's gonna be February before you know it.
I know, 4 more days. So, and
Jill said, oh,
by the way, our Dragons and Dungeons, I mean, our Dragons and Dungeons, our Dragon and Yarn Club, only 4 more days to sign up for this month. And
and
it's
last
really
month,
cute.
everyone should have last month's now, right? We can show it.
Yes. Everyone should have. Oh, that's right. We haven't filmed for 3 weeks.
We haven't. So I actually have it right here. I have one.
Oh, good.
This was last month's, and it was a butterfly dragon, a winged butterfly dragon
Right.
that I
So-
printed with a red, yellow, blue filament. So we got greens with it, we got purples with it, and yellows and oranges.
And in the yarn, I'm still not making myself one because it's even and if but whatever.
Mm.
But I used all 5 colors. So it turned out really pretty, really matched good.
Oh, good.
And you can,
Yeah.
if you want to see it, go on my site and where I'm selling it. If you go click on that, you'll see the past 5 or 6 months I've been
Mhm.
putting up there so that people can see what we've done and get an idea of what's. But last month I put up there and I had 3 skeins of yarn and I put him over it because he was like the one that's coming, the different
Mhm.
colors. And
Mhm.
yeah, and he looks so cute. It sounds like
Jill said this is the year of the dragon, which it is
oh,
true.
that's
It is.
right. And it's the year of isn't the year of the wooden dragon?
I don't know. I just know it's the year of the dragon.
Yeah. I was born in the year of the rooster. I still
I'm a
remember
monkey.
that because I thought rooster, oh, not even exciting, you know.
Roosters can be exciting. Let's say speaking of the year of the dragon, do you watch? I don't know if you watch Diamonds and Washi's videos at all. She's one of the diamond painters,
I used
Katie.
a long time ago.
She posted a video because it's the year of the dragon. It's her goal to do one dragon diamond painting a month this year. She posted like her stash of
Oh,
all of her diamond paintings that have dragons that she has purchased. She started diamond painting at the beginning of the pandemic. So she's been doing it for almost 4 years now. And when she started, it was hard to find dragon ones. A lot of the only ones you really saw were Randall Spanglers. So she has a ton of those, which is like the putting on the Ritz Randall Spangler.
Does
But
she have Violet?
she has like over 50. She's got
Okay,
like I
we
think
have
60.
Violet. Violet's the one I always wanted, the lavender one, lavender and
Oh, I
purple one.
didn't see that one. She does have both of the like the rainbow little dragon that I have that one, and then there was one that was a spring one. She has both those. She has the siblings one. You bought that one, didn't you? With the girl holding the dragon egg?
Yes, that's
Yes,
what.
she has that
It's
one.
another big one.
Yes, it is another big one. She had some I hadn't seen before because they're from before I started diamond painting.
Right.
And she did it like small shops. Because guys, there are other companies out there that make diamond paintings. Um, I
Never
watched
know.
I watched a TikTok video this morning that made me very upset because there's a company on TikTok. He makes diamond paintings, but I
Uh-huh.
felt like all of his videos are basically saying this is why Diamond Art Club sucks and you should buy from me. And I'm like, that's not good marketing. He's like, yeah, that cult of Diamond Art Club. And I'm like, who cares where people buy their diamond paintings?
If
Tell
they
me
have
what
the
yours
money,
are good.
right? If they have the money, because diamond art is a little more
It's expensive.
pricey.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, there are other companies and he's like, they're like, oh, Diamond Art Club says they're the only one who has licensed painting. No, they don't.
No.
There's other companies that have licensed painting and they're very good diamond paintings. But I just really like Diamond Art Club. Part of it is because we earn rewards.
Yeah.
And so I get discounts a lot.
Yeah, I've got a reward out there I can use pretty soon. I did watch a video, this guy, I don't know who it was, but he went to, I guess every year they have like a big event
Mhm.
where they have all the diamond art, the new ones that are coming out, and he went to it.
Oh,
And he was showing pictures of what it was last year, but he was showing pictures of what and what he was gonna buy, and all the new ones that were coming out. And it wasn't just diamond art. It had like diamond dots was there, and so it had all kinds of so you
there's
could really get
Dreamer Designs is a big one.
right.
I'm trying to think of other big ones, big names, but Dreamer
Yeah,
Designs, Diamond Art Club, and Diamond Dots are the three big ones I can think of.
right, right. Well,
There's
Hobby
other
Lobby,
ones that are
they
okay.
they they carry a different what?
What?
Get out of there. Coco's was trying to get up into my yard, but
Oh,
Luna's outside my doorway and Coco's just kind of looking at her.
oh.
Like, okay, let's get over this now, you
Yeah.
know. So, but anyway, so yeah,
Um,
and I like the other ones just as well. In fact, the first ones I bought were all from Hobby Lobby, and they were all the little gnomes, and they were all diamond dots.
mm-hmm.
And I liked them because they were partials, so
Yes.
they went faster. And then I went back and I bought all the girls, remember, for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if any of them have done it. I know Robin hasn't, because Robin said she wasn't really into that.
That's
So
fine.
I
We
said,
all
well,
have our
give it to one
things.
of your daughters,
Yeah.
give it to one of them, they'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
And Alaska did hers, her and Aiden, because I did the marshmallow one, the
Mm-hmm.
marshmallow man. But yeah, so yeah, you have to. I didn't think I'd ever like it, but it's fun. It's something different.
Um,
And
Jill said that person that we bought the trays from in New Mexico had it out with DA, which Diamond Art Club. She did. Bella Art to Nicole.
oh,
She bought Mary's diamonds. She bought another company. So now she's releasing her own diamond paintings. Um, they bought out another company, and uh Diamond Art Club is kind of taboo on their page now because she has her own stuff. So you can't really
I got
promote
you.
Diamond Art Club. So I'm like, I get that.
Yeah.
That.
Well, just like when we first did this, we
Mhm.
promoted a lot of other people's yarns. And
Mhm.
you do it first, but then you start thinking, well, if I'm promoting other people's yarns, then I'm doing it too. So, just like I wouldn't put somebody else's yarn up on my site. And you can,
Because you can
nobody
resell it as a supply.
has a supply.
Mhm.
So, but I wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
But, so I don't blame her away, but her trays, although they're good, in fact, I have one right here.
Mhm.
Although they're good, they're very pricey. I mean,
They are.
$25 for you know,
Mhm. And
so
they are good. I like mine. I'm still using mine, even though I've
I
made some on my own that were smaller. I love mine.
I bought three of them, one for
Mhm.
each of my cases to match the color.
I love that I can put like a whole bunch of diamonds in it.
Yes, yeah.
I don't have to refill my tray if I have a huge section I'm doing. I like that.
And it's like the one, didn't you say some of those Charlie Brown ones only have so many, so like 9. So you could
Mm-hmm.
actually put one color in each tray and just leave them
Yeah.
all until you were completely done. Because
Yeah, Snoopy's 5.
since we do it in little sections,
Mm-hmm.
like we don't do all the squares at one time or all the
Right.
triangles, do them in sections. So it would be
Mhm.
nice to have them, but
And I mean, there's some people who do all of one color first. They go through the entire thing and do all of one color.
well,
I
that's what I
yeah.
tried to do with that first one I got. Remember the Donald Duck Mickey Mouse one? And then
Mm-hmm.
you said, "Oh no, you remember you told me, oh no, you
Yeah.
do," because it was so overwhelming. It was like, but yeah,
Yeah.
I did that one. I got that one at NPS.
Mm-hmm.
Four
I
dollars
remember.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I have a few that I got from NPS and Amazon somewhere. I don't
yeah.
know where they ended up either. I didn't throw them away. But they're not in my primary. Like I have not shipping bags, but like moving bags. We bought like blue bags that kind of look like the IKEA bags
Oh, uh-huh.
we bought for moving. And I have two that are full of the big ones and then one that's full of small ones. But they're all Diamond Art Club. I don't have any of the other ones in there that I
Uh-huh.
know of. So I don't
Yeah.
know where they are. Yeah. Jill says she doesn't need any more, and she does need a bib to catch all the drills she drops. Oh my gosh.
I know. I just drop her. I
I
don't
dropped
even
an entire
scratch them.
container
I
of
just
them.
drop them on the floor.
I
Sometimes.
dropped when I was finishing my Harry Potter. I only had like 4 squares left, and I dropped an entire container of one of the colors on the floor. Like I'd only poured a few into my thing because I only needed like 6. And
Yeah.
I didn't put the lid all the way back on. And I picked it up and it slipped out of my hands and went, oh. We had to put Rusty in his crate, and Dave helped me pick up all the drills from the floor. Because I was like, oh, we probably only need this many. He's like, no, we're gonna get them all because you're gonna run out if we don't, and you don't want to have to use that oops insurance and
Yeah.
get more because you
I've
don't have
used
to
that
wait for
once.
them.
I've
I
used the insurance once
mm-hmm,
because they shorted me. I mean,
mm-hmm,
I didn't have enough. Remember?
yeah,
It was
yeah.
that color that, yeah.
And I
Oh,
do appreciate I appreciate Diamond Art Club's customer service.
yeah.
There's people who have had issues with it. I am not one of those people. They forgot to send me a painting once. I had to take pictures and show them my box. It only had one painting in it when I got 2. So they had to resend out one, but they were so nice. We went back and forth a couple times in the email and they send me out the new painting. You had to use it. They shorted you a drill.
Well, I only had trouble with them once. And that's my Harry Potter one. The
Mm-hmm.
drills were sticking, but and I was a little disappointed because what they told me is they said, well, roll it up and send it back to us and we'll check it out and make sure. And I thought, I didn't like that. I said, I'm not sending that. That was a big one and it took me weeks to do. Why would I send it back to you? So I said, well, I'm just gonna lacquer it then. But I didn't. I put it on the wall, and as long as nobody touches it. But they
Mm-hmm.
just weren't sticking, you know.
Yeah. And that's sometimes that can happen if the glue doesn't keep long enough, I
Mhm.
guess. People have suggested online, like you can run a hair dryer over it if you notice it's not sticky to heat up the glue a little bit and then let it sit. Or like take the backing off and let it sit for a day or two to kind of dry up a little. But I mean, I've had places on my paintings that have been a little bit sticky or a little bit slippery, but it's
Uh-huh.
usually only a little spot out of the whole thing and it wasn't as bad as yours was.
What do you do on that? Do you just use a hairdryer on it to make it hot?
Yeah, and I just usually ignore it and move on.
Yeah, but don't you have to use it?
Oh yeah, I put but they just get slippery. They don't pop off. They're slippery and slidey
Oh,
a little bit.
yeah.
But
But
yeah.
like, and then I don't know, like, well, like you know, and I'm sure a lot of the diamond art people, we've had a lot of these up there. I mean, I have a couple that I've had for now 2 years.
Hmm.
No, not 2 years.
No,
I've only
you
done
started buying them about a year ago.
a year ago in December.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but still, I just wonder if the stuff dries up if you don't do it right away or something.
Not if you don't take the plastic off. Well, if the
Okay.
plastic stays on, I mean, there's people who are pulling things out of their stash, like their oldest paintings and working on them right now, because that's one of their goals is like do the oldest one you have, and
Uh-huh.
it's sticking fine.
Because I have that cat one that
Mm-hmm.
I got, remember it didn't have a box and
Mm-hmm.
it's laying out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just up there. But it's big. It's one of the
Sneaky
big,
cat is huge. Sneaky
yeah,
cat is huge.
sneaky cat, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I have that one too, and I have abstract cat, which is a smaller one that's the same style, but I got it to kind of go with it.
Oh, but you have more walls in your place to put stuff up.
No, pretty soon they're gonna all be covered because my classroom walls are almost full.
Are they?
Harry Potter and well yeah, because I have to have things I have to put like anchor charts on my wall and stuff too, like actual stuff for math.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess I could take all my pictures of my kids down and put.
I wouldn't be offended.
That's
Wouldn't be offended. You remember what I look like. You don't need to see a picture.
right. Oh. Now,
Oh,
you guys, this is me telling secrets, but
oh no.
2.5 years ago, Amber and I went back to see my mother in June. Do you remember that? In June.
Yes.
And she gave me a bag, a brown bag of all the kids' 5x7 pictures that she had of them when they graduated. They're in frames and everything.
Mhm.
They're still sitting in my bathroom in the bag. 2.5 years. Well, I don't know where to put them. And I don't want to put them out
Oh,
in the shed, and so they're just sitting in there.
I know. I know what
I'm
you mean.
upset.
Cause I mean, when we went there, I mean, I came home with a lot of things too, like when
Yeah,
6 months later, when we went after she passed away.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
I had all those, yeah.
mhm. I mean, I have the two bags. Well, I have like the sewing kit and then I have the bag, and the bag is full. It's got pictures in it. It's
Do
got
you
my
have the
pictures in
inside of
it.
the pictures?
No, I have mine.
Do you have the missing package of pictures?
No,
Yeah,
I have looked,
I have two, and
because there's nowhere else they could be.
yeah, so
Everything that I got was in that bag and in the sewing kit.
yeah, yeah, and I had everything in the box, that box. And I did find the folder I had. Remember when you guys made us, you and Topher made us each a copies of different things?
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
have that folder. I found that. I couldn't find that. It's my drawer, but that's where the pictures would have been if
Mhm.
I'd have put them in with that. So I don't know. But
Oh
that's what
no.
happens, you know.
Yep.
So anyway, okay, you guys want to see what I got in my shop?
Yes, we want to see what you got in your shop.
Okay, I have put in 10 new things, but I'm only going to show you three. This is one of them. I'm getting ready for
Oh,
spring.
that
This
looks
one,
like raspberry lemonade.
it's strawberry lemonade, actually.
Oh, it's
That's what I
pretty.
named it. Strawberry lemonade. So
I
it's
like
the
that.
pinks, the oranges, and the yellows. Then this one, I named it seashells
Mm-hmm.
because it's lavender and aqua and like a sage I put in there. So I was trying to make an abalone shell, but I didn't make it quite dark enough, but it still turned out pretty. I think this is really
Very
pretty.
pretty.
And then this one's called Vintage, and it's in the mauve and the sage green and just kind of vintage colors. So that's just 3 out of the 10. Yeah, and I made up all my 50/50 sock yarn. Got
Oh,
all my so whatever's in my shop is all I've got left. And then
okay.
I'm gonna work on I have about 3 or 4 more DKs I can make up. And that's it. I'm not buying any more of those. I mean, they were fun, but and really, they're so soft and stuff
Mm.
and stuff, but they're just not a big seller
When
because
you say
people
50,
see that
50, 50
silk.
what and what?
Oh, 50 wool and 50 silk.
Okay.
So people look at that silk and I would too. I would think, I don't know if I'd make socks out of them. Jill, you bought some. Are you going to make socks out of them? Because I would think they would be slippery.
Really quickly, she did ask, is vintage on gray? Is there gray
Oh,
on the vintage one?
it's got a gray. Yep. It's got
Okay,
a
so
silver gray, mauve, and the
like
the
sage green?
sage green.
Yeah, so
So,
there's gray in there. Okay, yes.
and there's two of those.
Okay.
And they're the 50/50. So, and I have reduced, and Amber, we've reduced our prices a little bit.
Mhm.
So, and this is what
Kinda,
they'll be for at
you
least
know,
for the year.
give us new spaces for things
Yes. So,
in our shops. I'm gonna show you the things that I have in my shop.
oh yeah. So that's and plus, I mean, just go check it out. And then I also made it's that time of year that I'm making up my packages of Easter, um, minis. So
Okay.
colors. So I did post those today.
Okay. So I got my new magnets in. I didn't get enough to do all of these. So I only have 4 colors listed right now. I ordered more magnets. And as soon as I get those magnets, I'll have more colors posted. But right now I have 4. And I'm going to show you how cute these are. Look at this. Little trash bin. Little trash bin.
You know that having the magnet inside
Yes.
does the okay.
Yes and no. Um,
The metal,
no.
the drills.
Sometimes what I mean, it doesn't get in the way of the drills because the drills are plastic. I mean, they don't stick
Oh,
to
they
it.
are plastic. They're not. I'm
They're
thinking
not
of the
metal.
drills I bought for my those cat
I think even the
chains. They had
crystals,
they
I
had like a
they
metal
have
on.
like a metallic coating, but I don't think it's metal. I don't think it's a ferrous metal. Um, I think it's non-ferrous metal.
Okay.
So, it's not magnetic. But I do the one inside and it is glued down. And then I have one on the bottom because I really like, I'm gonna grab one of my little diamond paintings here. When I have it on here, I like it to be flush on the diamond painting. I don't like having a bump of a magnet
Oh,
on
okay.
the top. So I like doing the one magnet inside, and one on the outside. And then two, like if you want to store it without that, this still will be magnetic and you can store the extra magnets somewhere else. You don't have to worry about it popping off the bottom because every time it's put on the bottom, it pulls the one that's glued tight. Because I know sometimes with the Diamond Art Club ones, when you get them in the kit, which they're great, I love them. But sometimes people will get them and the magnets have fallen off because the glue hasn't stuck. This way they
Right.
fall off and you just have that extra magnet. And they are the really strong whatever it is, neodymium, whatever. But I have 4 colors. I have
Well, she had a lavender one.
I have a few of each one. I have lavender, and these are lavender with like speckles. I don't know if you can see the speckles of the darker purple.
Yeah.
Oh, there, that shows up there a little bit better. Darker purple. And then I have silver. A light blue that also has darker blue speckles, and gold.
No
So
trash, no trash bin green.
that's one of the ones that I'm waiting for more magnets for.
Yeah,
I had
trash.
to finish I had to finish doing my wires and gluing them today on my other colors because I hadn't finished that. So the ones that already had the wires glued in, I did first. And I do use like a beading wire, a thin beading wire, and I glue the ends after like I pull like kind of push glue in and out so that it really sticks to all the inside. So these should stay fairly well. I mean, because it's like a silver beading wire. So we know those are pretty strong. You have to cut those with a
Yeah,
special.
with the plier thing.
Yes. Um, Jill said, no, I don't make socks really.
Oh,
And she said she
okay.
stores hers on her metal door. I have to show you guys something. I'll be right back. You talk about your yarn or something. I'll be right back.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, you can just talk. I'll be right back.
I have no idea what she's going to get. But anyway, I always hate it when she leaves me here alone to talk to myself. Talk amongst yourselves. So my voice sounds funny, doesn't it? Anyway, I can't even read your comments. So I can't even talk if you're talking back to me. I'm sorry. One of these days, Amber's going to show me how to bring those comments up. And nothing else. Just quiet time, I guess. Here she comes, thank goodness. I'm not good about talking amongst myself.
I know, because you can't see what everyone is talking about.
That's what I
So
said.
I'm going to show you something that was really big on the Diamond Art Club VIP page, like last year at Christmas.
Okay.
Everyone was looking for these. I could not find one anywhere. They're at Lowe's only. Well, we happened to be at Lowe's like 2 weeks ago, Dave and I, after Christmas.
Uh-huh.
They had them in stock.
Okay.
They are mini, like full things.
Like the
They're
things
perfect for diamond art stuff. And I have my extra cover minders right here. And these are my release papers.
okay. They're like the oh my gosh, the snap-on tool cabinets.
Kinda, yes. It's the same brand, like Cobalt brand. They make the big toolkits. But
Right.
people were looking for these everywhere. They had like red, green, blue, black, and one other color. But they only had in ours, they only had blue and black. So I got blue and Dave got a black one. But these are perfect.
What do you put in there?
I
There.
have extra trays and pens in here. In this drawer, I have all my wax and my washi tape
Oh, okay.
and stuff like that. And then up here I have right now, like I have my cover minders because they're
Right.
magnetic. And these are all of our release papers because I can store them flat in here.
So the cover minders that you've got there,
Those
So
are ones from Diamond Art Club.
so did they stick out on the top then? The magnets on the top sitting there? Where's the other magnet?
They're both there.
Oh, so that's a metal cabinet? So they
Yeah.
stick on there?
It's a metal one. So they all stick to it. And
Okay.
they're like $19.99. But they're perfect to keep your stuff nearby you. Like I still obviously use my container for my drills and stuff, but this is nice to have next to me. Like I also, sometimes my Elizabeth Ward containers, like I have to glue the thing back in. So I've got my glue in here too. And then I've got all my washi tape of the ones I've opened, and then a whole bunch of hearts of wax. Yeah. So I was excited to get blue, but I didn't show this off. We bought this after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Dave and I just happened to find them. Like I was like, let's look while we're here because they've never been there. We looked every time we went in Alamogordo, and they were always sold out. I didn't think they were going to get them again because they were supposed to be like a special release. So I was excited. Jill said, Amber, how do you use the paste for drills? I can't make it work. I only use the paste when like the putty. Remember I did.
Oh yeah, remember when you showed that? Yeah.
For putty, I haven't been using it as much. I really like the pink wax more. I tried it out to see if I would like it, and I like the pink wax more. But depending on which you buy, like the blue tack, you just kind of push it in and make sure it's flat. And then if it pushes out around the sides of the drills, I push the extra out, like I cut the extra off and then just keep going until it's kind of the right thickness in there. But I really love my pink wax. The Diamond Art Club pink wax, I really like it. And I can make like, I think I'm on the same heart from 3 paintings. I can make it last forever. I went through it faster with my Harry Potter one.
If you get a good pink that's sticking, it will. I can use it all one night and it's still, the next day it's still sticky in the pen.
Oh yeah, like I rarely change my wax. I had to change it more on Harry Potter than I have on any of my Diamond Art Club ones. But like this is the same putty from
I find those little hearts all over my house.
I know. I mean, this whole drawer is full of them. Like I have a couple that I've taken stuff off of. I'm trying to use those ones all first, the ones that have been partially used before I start doing the new ones. But yeah, I mean, I tried the putty. I tried it for about 2 weeks, and I didn't like that. I felt like it stuck to my drills. I tried. I really wanted to like it because there's so many companies too that make it. They make scented ones. There's a company that everyone swears by called Patty Wax.
Yes,
like a hard wax. I couldn't get it into my pen. I just couldn't get into my pen because it's such a hard wax. Like you have to like scrape your pen across it to get in. And then when I did get some in, it stuck to my drills. So I didn't love it. I mean, I always want to try new things. That's just kind of how I am. And I didn't love putty. And so, yeah, Jill, it's fiddly. It's not just you. Some people swear by it. Some people, that's all they use. But I like the heart wax that comes with Diamond Art Club. Because, even like the cheap kits, I didn't love the wax from the cheaper kits.
I would say the diamond dots, the square ones. Yeah, they don't stay as, you have to change those more.
But like the Diamond Art Club stuff, I love it. It's a little bit softer than the ones from Diamond Dots. And I wonder if that's part of it. It's a little bit softer, just a bit. I mean, and it comes with your kit. So
yeah,
as long as it's not.
And they give you 2. Usually with every kit, even the littler kits, I think they give you 2.
They do. Oh, I have one more thing to show you guys.
Hey, have you got one with the new kits that they're not putting something in anymore?
No, I haven't, but I did get something else new. Hold on. We'll grab it.
Oh, we have to talk amongst ourselves again. Don't do this to me. I'm not good at this. Oh. Anyway, Jill, I don't know if you heard me. I ordered some more Omni hooks. I ordered 3 more, I think, Omni. So I should be getting those in February to show on here. I just love those hooks and the furls. What is that big thing?
This is one of the pre-framed kits that they released.
Oh, you did get one of those.
Yes, it randomly restocked when I was looking, so I got it, and I want to show you guys. So it's restocked. It's pre-framed, but also it has LED lights. Now, because their LEDs are finicky, they were having issues with them, so they actually had a discount where I could get it 40% off. So I used the coupon to get it 40% off. But it's Charlie Brown and Snoopy, and all of these like right here, there's LEDs underneath it. So hopefully I got one of the ones that actually works. They had this one and they had a rose one. The rose one did not restock when I looked, but this is the Charlie Brown one. And yeah, so underneath here, there's LEDs to make the night sky sparkle. We haven't tried it, but it does come with everything you need, just like other Diamond Art Club things. Here's the
Now,
kit.
is that
It's got stickers.
where's the frame?
It's
The frame is the hard thing. We don't have those white. Oh, so you don't have the thing on the side to see what numbers are, what diamonds
no, you
you're
have to
using.
use the key. And it does have the stickers, which it kind of is squished back here. So I'm hoping that it didn't take them off. Hi, Coco. Are the Omnis inline? Are the Omnis in line? Are the Omnis online?
Inline. I don't think they're inline. They're made just like the furls. And I got
Oh,
them
your
on
Omnis.
Amazon. And
Yeah, I was
on
like
Amazon.
Omnis.
So
Hold on.
right now, and I bought two of these at one time. These are the furls that are the wooden ones. This is the what's that lady's name from 1001 Dalmatians?
101 Dalmatians?
Yeah,
Paula DeVille?
yeah, it's her. And then they had a red and white one year. And so I got both of those. But they're so lightweight. I'm not used to working with the lightweight. But I love the furls because I love a longer hook. But anyway, so and the Omnis are the same size. So we'll see what they are like.
It does come with a hook, by the way, on the back to hang it.
Oh,
There's
nice.
a picture hanger hook. So yeah, I just took
Oh,
it out.
but okay. So is it battery powered LED then?
Yes. It takes 4 AAA batteries.
Oh, that'll add weight to it.
Yeah, but I mean it's kind of heavy anyway because it's like hard, really, really hard cardboard board or
Mhm.
wood
Well, you
underneath here.
work on it next so that we can get your
I might
opinion
actually I was thinking
on
about it when I finished
the elephant.
because it's is it rounds or squares? I don't remember if it's rounds or squares.
I bet it's rounds.
No, it's squares.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh, ick.
Well, I don't mind squares. I don't mind squares. They just take a little longer. I like how they look when they're done. So yeah, I'll do that one next. Jill says furls are inline.
Okay, that's what they are then.
Okay.
They're,
So,
I guess that is what means what the head is.
oh, okay.
Head.
Oh, I get it. Okay, yes. Because
Yes.
like the difference between like some of the Susan Bates and other Susan Bates.
Yeah, they're not like those at all.
Yeah.
These are nice.
Well, I mean, like the tips of some of them are inline
Right.
and some are
No,
not.
yeah, because Susan Bates has that more rounded tip. This has more of
Yes.
a pointed type.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love them. So, I mean, I actually hesitated. I went through the furls first because they got a new one in, but I don't know if any of you saw the new one. It's got sprinkles of copper shavings in it. And it's like it's like solid, say blue on the top or white or whatever, and then sprinkles of in the clear. But they came out with a warning after that because of the copper sprinkles, they may break there. And the
Oh,
one
yeah, because
girl
it gives them a
in stitches, she was saying, I can't believe that. She said, number one, they shouldn't have even released them if they're having breakage problems until and she said they were more money. They're like 28 instead of 24.
yeah.
And she said she wanted a whole set, but she said, and she placed her order, and then they came out with that caution, the warning thing after.
So I wonder if people got them and they broke and they're like,
Well,
oh, crud.
yeah, but they will replace them, as long as they have them. They do replace, but if they're going to keep breaking,
They
and
got to
luckily,
figure out a way
Fools is
to.
really good about replacing them. I've had 3 times now the heads have snapped off. In fact, we were traveling back to Montana that time in the car, and I was
Yep, I
pushing
remember.
it, and it snapped right off.
I remember that while I was
Yeah.
driving.
Well, Amber was driving. I went, oh my gosh, $24 and the head snapped. But they guaranteed it and they replaced it. So, but they have that one's a new one. And of course, a lot of mine are the what's the name of that? The Capricorn Cancer, what are those called? It's the
Horoscope
yeah, the horoscope session.
or astrology.
Yeah, and I think I have Sagittarius, Aries. They never did come out with Cancer, but and that's my birth month. But I got a bunch of those too. But yeah, but then I found the Omni, and I like those just as well. But
Jill says
Omni
she likes the
doesn't.
metal ones.
The Odyssey?
She
Is
says
she
she
talking
likes the
about the
metal
Furls?
ones.
Is
I
she
don't
talking
know.
about the Furls Odyssey? Ask her.
Well, she can hear you.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about the Furls Odyssey? They discontinued them.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't have them anymore. They don't have the candy shop ones anymore. They were shorter. Those are those
Well, they create
expensive.
scarcity. That's a marketing ploy. Create
Yeah,
scarcity. People get excited about it.
yeah.
And then you sell out.
I never did get, I have a G and an H and I wanted the F and they were always sold out of the F when I wanted it. It's
She
the
says
little
she
one.
likes the bigger size ones in furls, but I don't like the regular sizes. I can't make them grab the yarn. And then she said yes to your question.
Okay, and they did discontinue those. They don't have them anymore on the shelf. I just checked 2 days ago, I think it was, because I had heard someone say that they loved those, but they were starting to peel. The metal part was starting to peel when you
Oh,
used them a long time. Plus, they were the one hook that Furls came out with that they didn't they put on a little sticker on the bottom what size hook it was, and the
oh,
stickers were falling off. So people, unless you knew the color, like G's are red and H's are
mm,
blue, then you had to look on the site every time. But now that they pulled them off the site, boy, you better know your hooks. So
yeah.
the candy shop ones too don't have. I just know my purple is my G and my red is my H.
I would struggle with that because my head is full of so much stuff that other
Yeah,
things fall out if they're not important at
yeah,
the moment.
I know. And if you don't use it for a while, just like
Yeah.
I said, when I went to make my squares, my granny squares, I could not for my life remember if I used an H or a G hook. So
Mm-hmm.
because it was cotton and it's a DK, not a worsted. So I might have used the G, but I'm not sure because H is my favorite. And now I've discovered G plus. I love the G plus. I've been using that for almost not this one, but for a lot of my stuff, I've been using the G pluses. So I didn't even know they made a G plus.
And now you do. And knowing's half the battle.
That's right. Builds, what did you say? It builds. Scarcity builds when you want it.
Said they actually don't have a longevity rating. Newer company, really. So they
Yes.
don't have a longevity rating.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But I'm sure they would replace them. They replace the other hooks if you break them. One of the hooks I got on sale and it broke and they didn't have it anymore. So they just refunded me or gave me a credit that I could have go toward um another one, which I did.
Yeah, that makes
Another
sense.
hook. Yeah. So, but I wanted the hook,
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Thought of something that else that happened this week.
uh,
Didn't talk about it at the beginning because I totally forgot about it. Our water got shut off on Monday.
at your house?
Yes.
How come?
For non-payment. Let me tell you this story. We had it set up on auto pay. So it should have been automatically paying. Okay. So
Right.
I call and I'm like, is there something going on? It shut up like it was between 2:59 and 3 when it hit 3 o'clock, it was gone. There was no water at 3 o'clock. So I called and they're like, yeah, it was shut off for non-payment. I was like, we're set up on auto pay. And she goes, we changed auto pay companies and it didn't transfer over any information. And I was like, okay, should we have gotten an email or anything about this? And she's like, well, they should have called you should have gotten a shut off call on Thursday and on Friday. And I'm like, okay, my Dave would have told me and we would have paid it. And she's like, well, this is the number they called. They had the wrong last digit for his phone number. So it was like this whole cluster of things. Like,
Wow.
so we had to pay, I paid it on the phone, which I mean, we had the money. It's not like we didn't have the
Yeah,
money to pay it. It's just
right.
auto pay got changed. And she's like, yeah, you're not the first person that's happened to. And she's like, someone has to be there for them to turn it back on. They'll turn it back on. And the guy, he's like, he was supposed to be there before 5. He showed up 5:45. And he's like, sorry, I had a lot of these to do. And I'm like, I can imagine. I'm like,
Mhm.
if it was an auto pay thing and nobody got transferred over and nobody got notified, I
Right.
mean, that sucks. I
Yes.
didn't have to pay a turn on fee or anything, but I'm like,
Well,
yeah.
I just set up my electric bill. It was either my electric or gas. I have my gas, my Comcast, and my Verizon on auto pay. But I
Mhm.
just set up this just 2 weeks ago. And
Mhm.
it's due on the 30th. So I'm wondering if it's gonna take it out this month or if it has to go a month before is actually set up on auto pay. And I don't know how you
You should get an email when it goes through.
right,
Usually like
but
because my Discover is on auto pay. I'll get an
right,
email on the 18th, and then
right.
on the 20th it comes out of my bank account.
Well, I get it. Verizon sends me an email when it's paid.
Mhm.
Comcast, everything saying thank you for your payment. But I'm just wondering because otherwise I'll be a day late or whatever and get
Mhm.
charged for it. So maybe Monday,
Wait, is
we'll
it due
call
on the
the
30th?
31st.
It's due on the 31st. It, you know, they won't ding you after until after like 2 to 3 weeks. So if it doesn't go through your auto pay, you can call them, like you said, on the 31st or the 1st and just ask them
Yeah.
because they're not gonna shut off your
But
water
there's
the
not
next
a
day.
way to check online because I looked online and all it shows is my bill and then
Mhm.
the day I paid it and then my bill the day I paid it. Now it's got my bill, but so I don't know if it's gonna come
It
out this
should
time
go
or
through
not.
once it's not like with direct deposit where sometimes it takes a couple paychecks. With auto pay, usually it's active that first cycle as long as it's not like the same day.
Okay.
But you've set it up hopefully early enough that it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, I set up not last week, the week before, I think it was when I got it. I
Yeah.
didn't set it up at first because my other ones, they let me put my debit card in.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I had to put my checking account number in, my
Mm-hmm.
whole checking. And I thought when I didn't do it at first because I thought I don't want them to have my checking account number,
They
but I
never touch it. It just stays in the system to pay and nobody else has access to it.
yeah, so but
Oh,
anyway, so I've got almost all my bills set up on auto pay now.
yeah.
So
Yeah, we're trying to do that too. I need to figure out with our electric company. It's the same company we had in Alamo, and I had it on auto pay in Alamo. But here, when I go in to do the auto pay, the button doesn't let me push it. So I need to call them and ask them about that. But by the way, Jill says I have a G plus I can send you, Donna. Need a knee yarn with a laughy face. And Steph says I love my Freckles resin hooks. They're my favorite.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
talk, Jill.
Oh, should I show how cute this is? I have two of these I'm gonna put on hopefully tomorrow.
Isn't that cute, you guys? It's a Valentine
It's a
dragon,
Valentine's wyvern.
a wyvern. What's the
Yeah.
difference between a wyvern and a dragon?
Um,
Wyverns
Wyverns
are littler?
look like babies. And I think wyverns almost always have the horns on them. Not all dragons have the horns on them.
True.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd never heard of a wyvern until I started making them.
And I've heard of a wyvern because one of the books I'm reading, they have wyverns in it.
And that's probably where it came from, was like the fantasy novels. But I
Yeah,
don't really read a lot of fantasy novels. So,
no, and that's all I read.
and he's a cutie. And then I didn't show you these, Mom. I don't know if I'm gonna put these on my shop. I think these might just be in-person things. They're roses that say I love you.
Oh, cute. Then you need to be out at the thing, huh?
I know. We were gonna, like I said, we are gonna go out today, but it was really cold. It was frozen outside. And it's hard to set up when it's so cold and because you don't get a lot of foot traffic.
No, probably not.
So like last time it was that cold, we made $30. So it's like, it's not worth it
Yeah,
to be out there for 6 or 7 hours for $30.
yeah, yeah. You could be doing
Um,
things.
Steph said, if it's a properly secured site, they don't even store your checking account number in plain text. They convert it to a token and only the token is stored. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
should be safe.
yeah.
And Jill said, oh, talk yarn with me.
Okay.
Oh, Steph, thank you. Steph said a wyvern has 2 legs and a dragon has 4, but my wyvern has 4 legs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's not a wyvern then. Maybe this is just a small heart dragon.
Dragon.
Maybe it's a baby heart winged dragon.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
No
Because I
matter
do
what
have
is cute.
wyverns, but maybe this one's not. Maybe it's just a small heart dragon.
You have any wyverns over there?
No, they're in the box. That's the bucket in the
Oh.
garage that goes out to the farm to the flea market with us. Well, all of them they're all together in a big bucket. I have everything in there together. It's divided up inside of it, but it's easier to transport back and forth that way. So anything that I haven't made in the past 2 weeks is in that bucket.
Ah, okay.
Everything else is here. Anyway. All right.
Any questions, anybody? Oh, and my Wizard and Witches Spring at the Castle is up. It closes March 31st, so you still have plenty of time to get in on it. I think it closes March 31st. It might close February 28th. I gotta think about that. Anyway, you still have time, over a month, at least a month to sign up for it. So if
And
you
today is the
like,
27th, so you have 4 days for the Dragons and Yarn Club, right?
yeah, so quarterly, and that's monthly. And I'm so happy with everybody that's staying with us and likes these dragons. I love them. I've got all of them, and so does Amber. You're keeping one for yourself too each time, aren't you? Yeah. They're
Yeah.
just cute. I just have them and I
At
pick them up
least
every
one.
once in a while and play with them.
Yeah.
So,
I I take them sometimes from the classroom and my kids will grab them and play with them, but
yeah.
if they're good, I don't care if they touch stuff.
So they're old enough that they shouldn't break it.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah. Well, I mean, someone threw part of a calculator across my room, so
that's true.
and someone broke one of my buckets that my little baskets that I got to put the whiteboard markers and erasers in on each table. Someone
Uh-huh.
snapped it. And
Wow.
nobody saw who did that either.
Wow, you have some classes.
Mm. I have kids who are trying to be cool
Yeah.
by breaking things and throwing things and
And to get in the right click.
mm-hmm. High schoolers.
Yep. Well, anyway,
Anyway,
so I guess we should go. My thing rang a little bit ago for me to
yeah,
take my pills.
it's time for bed. It's only
Yeah,
8:30, but we are usually in bed by 8 on weeknights, especially.
I know. I don't go to bed till 10. So,
We don't
and
go
then
to
I
sleep
listen
until 10.
and then I listen to my book on tape. I'm now in the series called Dragon Blood. So
Mhm.
far, you guys, it's a good fantasy series, no sex or anything like that. It's just a good, and it's called Dragon Blood, but I'm in book 3 now, and there's not been any dragons in it. So people carry dragon blood in their veins or something. Yeah. So it's kind
Hmm.
of interesting. It's kind of different.
Yeah.
So it's not yeah, I bought this because they had what was called an omnibus. What omnibus? Where
Omnibus?
you got the first 3 books in
Okay.
one buy,
Mm-hmm.
because each book is only 10 hours long. And I don't like buying books that are under like 18, 19 hours for my money. But I bought those, and then they had it's got like 9 or 10 books, but a couple of the sales had them for like 2.94, 3.94. So I bought some more. And so, but I like dragon books and all that kind of ones. So,
You like the
but
fantasy.
yeah, I like fantasy, guys.
And I'm reading a book for my classroom right now called Building Thinking Classrooms in Mathematics.
Boring.
It's not boring, actually. I'm actually enjoying it because I'm learning about how to get kids thinking because our kids don't want to think.
Ah,
That's the last thing they want to do in a classroom. So,
that's
and that's
right.
what one of the things was, random groupings every day. It's most effective if you change it every hour. So
Oh,
I just change it with my different class periods now. So we're gonna see how it goes. But
yeah. Well, I had a few classes in um high school that you just went in and sat down. I
mhm,
mean, nobody had assigned seats. You sat down, so you might get near your friend and you might not. So,
yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think it's a really interesting book. I mean, I'm like 60 pages into it, so
wow, good
good
for you.
book. Yes. Jill says I reload this month. Need to finish some of my library up. Oh, yeah, I think I have 3 credits again that I need to use.
I'm up to 9 credits I have.
Not
Well,
using your credits?
I'm picky about my credits.
Me
Well,
too.
why would I use a credit that I paid $16 for, or whatever it is, when the book's only $12.94 or the book's only $11.94, you know?
Right, but you don't have to read it yourself.
But I'm saying, why spend my credits on that when I can wait and spend my
Oh,
credit on a book that might be $23.94 or
right, like a
whatever.
newer one or a bigger
Yeah.
one. That makes sense.
So yeah. So I've kind of saved up that. The last series I listened to was really good too. It was about dragons.
Mhm.
And it had like 5 or 6 different books in it. But like I said, I listen to them about an hour every night. And because of that thing you got me, what is it called? Next to my bed.
The Alexa show.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
Alexa.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. It looks like an issue with the router and Echo device.
Sorry.
Try restarting them.
Anyway,
Unplug both of them, then plug the router back
The
in.
Echo show.
30 seconds. Once the router is back on and connected to the internet, plug in the
she's
Echo
so
device.
loud.
Is she?
Okay. Yes. Anyway, the Amazon one you got me.
Uh-huh.
I can say turn off in 30 minutes. And so if
Mhm.
I fall asleep, it turns it off,
Get the
And
timer,
then
yeah.
the next night before I go to bed, I pull it up on my computer in the kitchen and I go back to see if what I remember and I take it back to where I was when I fell
Oh,
asleep.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. At
But
least
yeah.
you're using it. I'm glad you're using it.
Oh, every single night. Every single night. So
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Because I know it when we first got it for you, you're like, thanks.
Well, I didn't know it was another alarm clock,
Oh, well, more than that. I mean, you can watch YouTube videos on it too.
Yeah,
Really small, but you can watch YouTube videos on it. You can ask it to play YouTube videos for you.
right.
Oh.
Well, and Jeffrey got me that nice DVD player thing, and I've
Mhm.
only used it a couple times so far. It would have been nice to have when I had my eye operated on because I stayed in bed more. But now
Mhm.
that I'm up, I don't watch movies as much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I've started when I'm diamond painting, I put on like whips and chats with
Mhm.
people, or like when they're showing off their stash or like unboxings for.
Right.
I've been
Well,
watching diamond painting
I
ones.
know you don't watch this, but I have been what do you
Watching Heartland.
know?
Oh,
I've been what do you call it when you keep watching it over and over? I mean, you keep watching it.
binge
I've
watching.
been binge watching The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I made it through halfway through second season.
Oh my gosh.
As
I
far as
mean,
I thought.
you get
Don't
hooked
ruin
on it.
anything, but
I'm in the middle of the 5th season.
okay.
And I mean, it really makes you think, what if something like that happened, here? And
The
yeah,
book ends after the first season.
does it? Yeah.
So everything after the first season is all completely made up by the writers.
Okay. Well,
Which I
how
mean,
could the book will end after the first season because nothing's been accomplished?
because the book is based, it's a journal.
Oh,
It's Offred's journal that she wrote while she was in the house of the captain that was found in the closet after she was gone.
commander, not the captain, they're
Oh,
commander.
commander. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. But yeah, I had watched like the first season and a half.
Mhm.
So I started all over again. I'm glad I did because there's so much that happened that I don't remember. I don't remember watching
Yeah.
that. But oh yeah. So I've been
You
and
can
then
listen to that book on Audible.
yeah, but if
Take a
if
quick
it's only
listen.
one season long, I
Well,
like
no, but I mean it's a quick listen. It's not a bad book. I mean,
no. And then I started watching, it's only 5 seasons long. It's called, oh my gosh, it's a hospital one, not ER, not Saving Hope.
Scrubs.
Oh, Amsterdam.
Oh, New Amsterdam. Dave watched that.
Amsterdam. I watched all 5 seasons. Yeah, I wish it wouldn't have ended. I really liked it. It
Have you
was
watched
really
The Good Doctor?
no, but that's the guy with he's autism.
He has autism. It's very good, Mom.
I might watch it too. It was on my
Very
list.
good. I think you'd like it. Freddie Highmore is a very good actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
Um,
kid.
yes. Jill said she watched the whole series of Handmaid's Tale and she was glued, like glued to the
Right. I
screen.
am. I've been watching. I mean, I haven't. I'm sorry. I did dye some yarn today and yesterday, but I
Mhm.
just can't leave it. I watch it almost till I go to bed from the time I wake up. So,
Oh,
Does it end after the 5th season or what? Because I'm in the middle of the 5th season, and I hope
let's
it's not
IMDb
ending.
it. Let's IMDb it. IMDb. And it'll tell us how many seasons there are.
Okay.
Handmaid's Tale started in 2017. Episode guide. It's got 57 episodes right now. Season 5, season 6. Season 6 is not aired yet. It's coming out in 2024.
Oh, good.
But
So
it's got
I'll
season
be,
6, episode 1 in IMDb.
oh, good. So
So,
I'll be caught up when it comes out this year.
you know the crazy redhead girl?
Yes, I love her.
We just watched an episode of Grimm with her in it last night. She had blonde hair in it though.
Oh, she's so,
She
I
plays
mean,
crazy well.
yeah, she plays crazy well that you really like her. I mean, you
Mhm.
really feel for her.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah. But yeah.
anyway, yeah,
I
there's a
love
lot.
her.
I don't want to spoil things because like I said, I've seen a season and a half. We don't want to be spoilers on here. We're not
No.
spoilers.
And you should finish it, Amber. I mean,
Have
once
you?
you get past that first, what's going on, it doesn't really show that much anymore at all. It's just what they have to deal with, the
Yeah.
and the month.
Have you watched the new Percy Jackson episodes on Disney?
No,
Oh,
is
you
that
don't
a
know?
new, it's on Disney, right?
Yes.
And
Yes, there's also on Hulu. Do you have Hulu?
yes.
Okay, it's on Hulu as well. They're airing on Hulu like 3 days after they're on Disney Plus because they're tied together. Yeah,
Oh,
it's brand new.
is it the same guy that was in the original movies?
No, no, no. This is a brand new series starting with the first book.
Oh, okay. It's a
First one
whole
is The
series.
Lightning Thief. The first season
Okay,
is The
because
Lightning
I
Thief.
saw that and I thought, I
Mhm.
don't saw that movie. I don't want to watch it again.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It's not bad. It's got the kid who was in the Atom Project in it. I don't know if
Oh,
you watched the Atom Project.
I've seen that. I
Yeah,
mean,
with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. It's the kid that played the young version.
oh, okay.
He plays Percy Jackson. And I like it because it's closer to the age of the kids in the book. The movie that they made a few years back, they were a little bit older.
Yeah, they were more high schoolers.
Yeah, they were more high school age. So he's about 12 or 13. Or well, no, I'd say he's probably 14. But yeah, and they changed some characters and they changed some things like because I've read the books.
Yeah, me too.
Changed the way some of the stuff happens, but I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
And Lasseter's in one episode. From Psych.
Oh,
Detective
okay.
Lassiter. Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I've seen him in a few things, and he's
He
usually
was
the
in
bad guy.
Gallivant.
He's
He
usually
was
the
in
bad guy.
Supernatural.
I haven't seen Nashville.
Supernatural, the TV
Oh,
show.
Supernatural.
He
No,
played
I
Kate.
didn't see him in that. I only watched the first maybe 3 seasons
Oh,
of
he's in
Supernatural.
like season 11 or 12, I want to say, or
Okay.
10.
But I saw him not too long ago in one of the shows. Oh, he was in not Bones. He was the bad orderly, a bad um cop.
Oh,
Not a cop. He worked at a hospital. What was it?
oh,
I don't know.
oh,
But
oh no. I mean,
maybe
I
it was,
watched him recently and
maybe it was CSI.
oh,
He's a CS. No, it was what's his name? Criminal Minds.
NCIS. Oh,
Criminal
Criminal Minds. Okay.
He played
Nope,
a
I
bad
haven't.
boy. Yeah,
Mm,
and he was younger, so
okay.
Criminal Minds been on like 16 years or something.
On for a long time, yeah. He had a stroke like 4 years ago.
Mm.
Psych the movie 2 is after he had his stroke. And he actually spends most of that movie in bed. Because his character had a stroke too.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they wrote into his character. And I just saw him in Psych the movie 3 was like last year that came out.
I've only seen the musical, the one. I've never seen
Oh,
the
okay.
movie. Yeah.
Oh, they're all on Peacock.
Yeah.
Yep. And there was a new Monk movie. I told you about the new Monk movie. Did you
I
watch
saw
it?
the movie, yes. I
Okay.
watched it. And then I went back and tried to watch some more of the Monks. I mean,
Mhm.
so, but I did watch the Monk movie. I was kind of disappointed in it.
It wasn't what I'd hoped for.
Oh,
But I mean, it still brought back a lot of the original people, and I really liked that. It
yes,
was kind of
they
like a
did that.
nice family reunion.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
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 So,
Jill, by the way, says she usually watches the last season again before the new season.
yes, I do that too. Sometimes I watch the whole thing again just to
Mhm.
kind of really, really refresh my mind. But I'm in season 5, I think episode 8 right
Oh.
now. So I mean, you've got to finish watching it, Amber, because it just really makes you think
Oh,
about
yeah,
things.
I know. Oh, I know. Sometimes I don't want to worry about that dystopian future idea.
Well, it was 2017.
Well, it's
Started.
but when the book was written in the 70s, so 2017 was far in the future.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about just like 1984 when that book was written. It was written in like the 50s, I think, and it was about
Well, it was about he wrote it though because he was, what was it? I want to say it was written in the, because I remember reading why he wrote it. Like, hold on, because I read all about it. That and Animal Farm. Both of those books.
We had to read those in high school. I still remember that.
We
They were
listened to
super-
it. George Orwell. He wrote it in 1949.
Okay. So it was so 1984 was way in the future,
Mhm.
just like 2001 A Space Odyssey, when that came out, that was way in the future.
It was.
People thought we'd be out there traveling by then.
Well, think
But
about, I was just thinking about Dave has been watching Star Trek The Next Generation. Some of the
okay.
things that they have in Star Trek The Next Generation that were like futuristic and not even thought of, like now we have, like
Mhm.
video communication. I
Hey,
mean,
Scotty, that was a cell phone.
yeah, I mean, so many things
Cell
that,
phone.
so who knows what the future holds?
That's right. When you think they can't invent any more things, they come out with something totally different.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, all right, we
hey,
digress.
guys, now that we've been gone 3 weeks, you guys, we had a lot to talk about, and I'm so glad I
Waxed
didn't have
on for 2
a
hours.
cough spasm during this.
Yeah,
So
you did good.
I did but I took my cough medicine about 6 o'clock so that it would be working good by the time we were on here. So
Thank you guys for joining us and listening to us ramble on.
don't
2
forget to
weeks
leave us
from
a
now
phone.
is February 10th is 2 weeks from now. Oh,
Thumbs up,
kids
you
look forward
guys.
to
We need a
Valentine's
thumbs
Day.
up.
Yes.
Please
And
subscribe if you haven't already.
Jill just said, okay, so why did he write 1984? Hold on, because I got to remember there's a
Oh, that's right. You were telling
what I was looking for. I'm sorry.
She has a short train of thought tonight.
It's been a 1984. Okay. So let me go to Wikipedia because it had to do with it was a cautionary tale that he wrote based on, if I remember by English, it was his ninth and final book that he completed in his lifetime. Thematically, it centers on the consequences of totalitarianism, mass surveillance, and repressive regimentation of people. Orwell, a democratic socialist, modeled the authoritarian state in the novel on the Soviet Union in the era of Stalinism and Nazi Germany. More broadly, the novel examines the role of truth and facts within societies and the ways in which they can be manipulated. So I remember he based it, if you listen to the way they talk about things too, you can hear that the basis on like the Soviet Union and like Nazi Germany. You can hear it in the way that they speak. And yeah.
Yep, I just remember I don't remember. I just remember, isn't that where they watched you?
Yeah. Well, they listened to
But they had a word for it. They said,
not the overseer.
yeah, overseer, yeah.
Overseer?
That's the thing I got out of it. And Animal House,
The Animal Farm.
I can't remember much of that at all, just that we had to read it.
Well, it takes place on a farm and the different animals, and the pigs end up taking over and running the farm, and the pigs become like the humans. They basically murder the farmer and take over the farm and run the farm. And it's all about like how they start with all these rules on the wall that they all decide together, and then in the night the pigs will add things, and as they add things, people remember how things were in the beginning, or they forget how things were in the beginning, and they think the rules have always been that way, like the animals do. And so it's kind of like the same type of thing about how
Right.
how
How
literacy is
easy-
important. Well,
how easy
pigs were the
people
only
to
ones who could
manipulate.
read. Yep.
How
So
easy
pigs
people
were
are
the
to
only animals that could read, so they didn't know and other animals didn't know that the rules had changed.
Right.
Pigs would say, well, this is what it says, and that's what it's always said.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So, I mean, Dave and I listened to that actually. We would listen to it in increments on drives. In Blackfoot, we would just go on drives for like an hour and just listen to Animal Farm because the book is only like 4 hours.
I would say it was a really thin paperback.
Big.
I still remember it was just this little, so I thought, okay, I can get through this one. I was not a big reader, you guys, in high school. I was a majorette. I didn't read books.
Yes. Yes.
But
Oh,
yeah, I was not a big reader until till I got married and started having kids, and I read books, started reading books.
Yeah.
And I really read books to my kids. I mean, I don't know if I read as much to you as I did Christy and Jeffrey.
I don't
From the
think you
time
did,
they
but I
were
mean, I
little,
read a lot.
Dr.
So
Seuss,
you must have read to me when I was little because
I
that's
did.
usually
You had those one books. Oh, not the Dr. Seuss. You had that other one where the
I
animals.
had the
Oh,
Sweet
you had
Pickles book.
Bernstein Bears. You had the
Yeah.
Bernstein Bears. You loved
We
him.
had the Sweet Pickles books
Yeah,
too.
the sweet pickles. Those.
The ones
And
that they delivered to you in a bus. The
yes,
videos, the commercials. Yes, I had the Sweet
yeah,
Pickles book. I still have them somewhere, like
yes, I
what
remember
is
I
it?
gave it for you to keep.
Hop and Flop or Hop on.
Yeah, they had a bunch of neat ones.
Yeah,
But
I
they
can't
were
remember. That
hard
was
ones. They
Leo the
were
Lop.
great books.
Leo the Lop. That was the big one. The
Yeah.
about a bunny. Leo the Lop.
Uh-huh.
Lop-eared bunny.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
Anyway, there was a
memories.
dragon one that was so good. I remember the dragon one.
And then you really liked the Bernstein Bears. I
Did.
think you must have had every single one of those. And that they
Till there
were,
was too many.
yeah, I remember. But they
Yes,
always taught a lesson.
they did.
So
And one of my favorite cartoons is still Berenstain Bears and the Legend of Big Claw.
I remember that. Yeah,
Yes, you can watch it on YouTube. I found it.
I did on YouTube.
And Unico. You can watch Unico on YouTube
Oh,
too.
Unico used to be
It was my
your
favorite.
favorite, and they never came out with it just the one time on VHS.
And there was two movies. There's two movies.
Mhm.
But it was anime before there was anime.
Yes.
Because anime now is so different than anime was in the 80s. But
Yeah.
Unico, oh, he was so cute.
He was a little he was
So
darling.
fun. Yes. Okay. Anyway, we've digressed even more in the
Yes.
past few minutes.
I think it's time to go to bed.
I
Yeah.
think so. We're
Thank you.
waxing on.
Yeah, thank you for staying with us, you guys. Okay.
We'll see you in a couple weeks. And oh, Jeff is coming behind you with lights on.
That's the little animal.
Oh, is he showing?
What's this one?
Oh, you can show me something.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh.
Luna. Hello, Luna.
Can you see it?
Hello, Luna.
oh, his ears are moving. See that?
Yeah.
Hello, Luna.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Chat GPT.
Oh, he's accessing the AI with that chat GPT.
Now you can ask him any question you want. Hey, how old are you?
Is that my new nickname?
No.
You can't hear it, can you?
I can hear tiny bit.
Only robotic pet comedian.
He's a pet comedian.
Oh, that's fun. Looks tired. He closed his eyes.
Haha, that's right. I'm not just any pet. I'm the one who will have you rolling on the floor laughing with my tail wagging humor.
Did you hear that?
Ready for a dose
Kind of, yeah. I heard
Anyway.
Mom on the floor laughing with my tail wagging. That's
Yes.
all I heard. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
All right.
Anyway, we're still learning with him.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Love you
Okay.
all and thanks for joining us.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.